Trading Talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
Hello and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm Brett Chapin. Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists on episode 122. And Dorothy is not with us. She is on vacation this week. I'm flying solo on this one, and we have two very special guests joining us today. Van Eric.
Yeah, thank you for letting me join you. Yes, I do not look as pretty as Dorothy.
No, you don't.
No.
But you know, we're happy to. I'm glad you're on camera finally.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Good stuff. We have two very special guests joining us. First of all, director Spike Lee, as well as key contributor and actress and filmmaker Numa Perrier. Numa is a key contributor on Spike Lee's Kickstarter campaign, and we have them both on the line right now. Hi, guys.
How are you doing?
Hey, good, thanks. Thanks so much for calling in and joining us.
Well, thanks for having us.
No problem. Now, Spike, I wanted to have you and Numa on the show, definitely to talk about your Kickstarter campaign that you have going on right now. And I wanted to get into that a little bit later, but first, if we can start out with, how did the two of you get together on this project?
Numa, why you tell that?
Basically, I met Spike briefly at the American Black Film Festival in June. Very brief meeting. Met a lot of people that weekend. And about a month or so later, I guess I heard about Kickstarter campaign. And I started following it right away because I've been very active in doing crowdfunding myself for Black and Sexy TV, and I was really interested in this campaign. I was taking a look at it, and I was seeing that it looked like it was pretty much on track, but I felt like I could maybe help it do a little bit better.
No, maybe she did.
And
you know,
she put it back.
So,
she's being modest. She's being modest. She put it back on the rails.
You know, I've seen her constantly tweeting about it and constantly talking about it. So I'm sure she's doing some great work for you.
I felt very passionate about it. I felt very passionate about it from the start because it was all over my Twitter timeline. Everyone was talking about this campaign, and, you know, people had all kinds of opinions about it, and I just felt really passionate about educating people that this was a good thing that Spike was on Kickstarter, and it's a good thing that he was doing this campaign, and it would be a great win for everybody if he were to really do well on it. So, you know, I was tweeting him, and I was getting into heated discussion with my friends and colleagues about it, and I guess Spike noticed some of the things I was saying, and I got a tweet from 40 Acres asking me to call the office, so I did. And then I think the next day is when Spike called me. He happened to be in Los Angeles, so we met up, and the rest is history. We're just doing the work now.
That's awesome.
We're doing the work, as my followers say, doing the work that needs to be done.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, you know, a lot of people do have some really strong opinions on the Kickstarter, myself included. You know, initially I kind of had to ask myself, why is a guy like Spike Lee, who's so well established, on Kickstarter? And then I started doing my research, and I started kind of reading some of the interviews that you've given, Spike, and some of the answers to those questions. And it made a little sense to me. And our viewers have definitely asked me that question, and I guess if you would, I'll give you a chance to address that question. Why are you on Kickstarter, and why do you feel it's beneficial?
Well, I'm on Kickstarter because I'm an independent filmmaker. I've always been an independent filmmaker. I've made Hollywood films.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been an independent filmmaker, and I've been using the principles of Kickstarter, of crowdfunding, to fund my films from the very first one. She's Gonna Have It. I put my $1 million salary into the budget of Malcolm X. I've self-financed Red Hook Summer. So it's not something that's really new. It's just that people don't know about it. But it's not new.
Mm-hmm. I know that you told the story about the funding for Malcolm X, where you kind of used Kickstarter before it was Kickstarter, and got the money, some of the funding from that from Oprah and from Prince. Is that right?
Yeah, I didn't hear.
Delay, you dropped out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said that I read a story that you told about when funding was a little bit slow on the film Malcolm X, and you got some of the funding.
It wasn't slow. Funding was cut off.
Funding was cut off, and
cut off.
And you got the rest of the money from Prince and Oprah. They helped out with that.
Well, it was many people. Miss Winfrey, Prince, Janet Jackson, Tracy Chapman,
mm-hmm.
African American woman philanthropist, Peggy Cooper Kafritz, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan. They gave us it was really like gap money till we were able to get the finance to complete.
That was Kickstarter before it was Kickstarter, I guess.
Yes, my man. That's what I've been saying. I've been doing this since '85. We raised the budget, the $175,000 budget for She's Gotta Have It, my first film.
It's a great way of doing it.
Yes.
This is not new.
Yes, yeah, and that was a great movie.
That was something I could definitely relate to because, before Kickstarter kind of became more established and people are still learning about Kickstarter. All of us independent artists and filmmakers are always trying to solve that hurdle of how to finance our projects. So Kickstarter just created a way to use social media.
Crowdfunding
and
crowdfunding
together, yeah. The crowdfunding. So, but it's the same principle as if you make a list and call all of your friends, which I've done before. You make a list, you call all of your friends and family and ask them to chip in X amount of dollars to get something complete. It's the same principle as Kickstarter or Indiegogo or any of those platforms. It's the same thing.
But now we have technology, and it's called social media.
Yeah.
It's a huge help. We use that for our show as well. It's been a huge benefit for us as well. Our intern here at LA Talk Live said that we need to start calling Kickstarter Spike Starter because you've been using it since '85.
No. Let's not do that. I'm getting enough flack as it is.
That's funny.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about this film.
But here's the thing, though. It's not Spike Starter. It's everybody's starter. This is not just about Spike.
Yeah.
This is for every artist, inventor, playwright, sculptor, poet, filmmaker, videographer. It's for everybody.
And I think also, I think you're kind of bringing attention to Kickstarter. You're bringing Kickstarter to the attention of people who've never heard of crowdfunding before.
Oh yeah, black folks. A lot of black folks never even heard of crowdfunding. So there's an education process that's going on that people are discounting.
I think that's really important. We
do too.
There's also been a narrative that maybe it's not, maybe you might be hurting young filmmakers by doing it. But I also heard your answer about what you're doing at NYU. Can you talk about that a little bit? Some of the things that you do at NYU that actually are helping young filmmakers?
Well, I've been teaching for 15 years in New York Graduate Film School. I'm also artistic director there.
Mm-hmm.
And since the school year of '89-90, I have given out production fund monies to 44 of my students, totaling over $300,000.
That's a lot of cash. That's hugely beneficial to them.
44 students since 1989 have received grants of $12,000 and less, totaling over $300,000.
Outstanding. I commend you on that. That's really
And
important.
we've started to back, so far we backed 8 projects on Kickstarter too.
That's fantastic. You know,
Thank you.
the thing, I don't know really where people are getting the idea that you've been on Kickstarter is hurting young filmmakers with all that you've done in the past, you know, to help them. I don't really see where that point is coming from.
Well, I mean, there's an
Well-
overwhelming, there's an overwhelming divide between people that see themselves in one place and high-profile individuals in another place, So there's always going to be kind of that chase between those two groups, So I think that, some people are just kind of stuck in a place of feeling like things are scarce, there's scarcity, where money's involved, so it feels uncomfortable for them. But I think once they look at it from a different angle and they realize that more people are learning about this platform through high-profile people, getting on it and spreading the word about it, then I think, maybe they can kind of open up to the benefits of that.
I'd agree, absolutely. We're talking with Numa Perry, a key contributor, actress, and filmmaker to Spike Lee's Kickstarter account and director Spike Lee. If you have any questions for either one of them, make sure to give us a call at 323-247-7443, 323-247-7443. Call now.
Or even call in at 323-473-3100 as well.
There's all kinds of ways to get in touch and ask a question right now. Guys, let's talk about this film specifically. I don't know how much details you can give us, but I know that Zara Abramson.
No, we're not giving out much.
Okay. Well, you can talk about your lead actress, right? Who you just cast?
Yes, her name is Zara Abrahams, and she's a black Brit, English woman, British from the UK. I saw her in one of my students. Kendra Park saw her one of my students' thesis film.
Mm-hmm.
And so she just really displayed her talent, and I tracked her down, and we had some auditions, and she's in the movie. Wonderful actress.
Fantastic. And can you tell us about the music? The music's being done by a well-known musician.
Yes, my main man, Raphael Sadiq, will be doing the music for the film. The film is about people addicted to blood. Now, people, please, this is not a vampire film. This is not a film about zombies. We're not making a Black Twilight, and we're not making Blackula or Scream Blackula Scream. This is a new kind of love story, and it's gonna be sophisticated, sexy, hot, good-looking black folks. It's gonna be well, I'm looking forward to it. I've never done a film like this before, so I'm very excited.
We're excited to see it. Any ideas on a release date, maybe, or a release year and season? Or
Well,
is it too early?
hopefully, God willing, we'll get a release in the fall of 2014. Next fall, 2014.
And people can help you out by contributing to your Kickstarter. All you really have to do is Google Spike Lee Kickstarter, and it'll come right up. And you guys have a lot of...
Yes, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
On August 21st at 12:15 noon, New York time, the buzzer will sound. The buzzer's going to sound. So, say it again.
No, go ahead. The buzz is going to
Hello?
sound. Yeah.
Yeah, the buzzer's going to sound. August 21st, 12:15 noon, Eastern Standard Time, and we have to be above our goal. Our goal is $1,250,000. Right now, I think we're $815,000. So we have 11 days left. Say it again?
824. 824. Uh-oh.
800,000 and 814,000. We're steady as we go, and we need people to go to Kickstarter.com, look for Spike Lee, and make a pledge. Now, this is not a donation because we say pledge because you get something. There is a reward attached to every different monetary amount. So please, don't think that your $5, your $10, your $15, your $20 is not going to make a difference. That is not true at all. Those 5, 10s, and 20s got our president elected twice. Those small denominations add up. So we need everyone to please go to Kickstarter.com and pledge something. Please, baby. Please, baby. Please, baby.
I love some of these perks that you have on this. I mean, the coolest one was you gave away one of the 4 American flags that was used in the opening credits of Malcolm X. That's fantastic.
Yeah, well, we didn't give away.
Or you, well, as
there were 2. 4 were used for the opening credits. As you remember, the movie begins with the American flag, and it catches on flame and burns into an X. 4 were shot for that opening sequence. I have one. Denzel has one. My man, Joakim Noah, has one of the Chicago Bulls. And another person has that. So those other 2 we found are gone.
That's great.
Gone.
And then there's
and really, when you think about it, that's really a museum piece.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That could be in a Smithsonian.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
I feel.
And then even for the $5 donations, there's perks. There's things that people are getting.
Yeah, I sign up. I can sign up postcards for $5. So there is something for everybody there, and we really need everybody to contribute. Especially my people in LA. You guys supported me all over the years. Always have love. Always had that California love. The left coast. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. LA.
Love it.
Well, I'm from Philly, so I always loved your movies, Spike Lee. You know, I grew up.
Philly love too. Philadelphia.
You know it. I always loved your movies, man. I grew up on your movies, man. From She's Gotta Have It to your present stuff, man. And keep doing it, man. You're a great inspiration to all young filmmakers and actors and actresses and musicians, man. You are definitely a pioneer, a legend, a walking legend, man. And I'm honored to have you part of LA Talk Live.
Well, I'm honored to be on your show, brother.
You know, I gotta tell you, I don't mean to be a little fanboy here, but I love one of your lesser known movies, Girl 6. I think Girl 6 is a fantastic movie. I've seen that a million times.
You're one of the few.
Hey, I agree.
Yeah,
well, I love that too, man. Yeah, Girl 6.
That's a good one.
I'll tell you, people really did not feel She Hate Me and Girl 6. They weren't feeling those ones.
I think Girl 6 and 25th Hour are my 2 favorites. But yeah, thank you for all you've given the American film industry. Hey, what another thing that people wanted me to ask you this week, what advice would you give to young filmmakers? What would you say to them?
Learn your craft.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, we forget you have to crawl before you can walk. Instead of worrying about what studio I'm going to get a deal at and all this other stuff, learn your craft. That's the first thing. Learn your craft.
Very important. I'd agree with you on that. Let's talk about a couple things that you have coming up. I saw the Inside Man 2 was just announced.
No. Don't believe that.
Why is everyone saying that?
Because it's on IMDb.
It's not true.
It's not true, really? All right.
The IMDb is faulty a lot.
Well, I'm Xing that off of my list right now then of questions. Another thing I saw.
But I have a film coming out. In Thanksgiving weekend called Old Boy.
What's that one about?
Starring Josh Brolin and Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
Thanksgiving weekend. Keep an eye out for it. Can we talk about
Yes,
Mike
sir.
Tyson, The Undisputed Truth?
Oh yes, that is a one-man Broadway stage production
Mm-hmm.
with Mike Tyson, which we filmed a couple weeks ago, and that'll be seen on HBO before the end of the year. It's amazing.
I think
People are gonna really see. They're gonna see a different Mike Tyson than what they've expected over the years.
I hear that he is just the nicest guy. I hear he's a really, really good
Oh, he
guy,
is.
and he's not a tough guy like he's portrayed. I mean, he's a tough guy, but in his regular life, he's
Well,
just
as
a
he
regular
says
guy.
in opening a play, he's domesticated now.
Right.
Yeah. That just played here in Los Angeles at the Pantages, I believe, and it got
The
some great.
Pantages, he had a sold-out weekend run there. It was great.
Yeah, got some great reviews. Very cool. Anything that you want to say to our audience, kind of, Spike, in closing, just to tell them anything else
Well,
about your Kickstarter?
I'm going to give Newman. Why don't you let's talk about Black and Sexy TV?
Let's do
that I'm
that.
very new to.
Okay, let's do that. Let's do that.
And we were there. You had a great reception in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, Do or Die last night. Talk about that.
Yeah, we had a great time. Yeah. What do you know about Black and Sexy TV, Brett? A little bit, nothing.
I know you won best. Is it that
About what
what
we're
you won
doing?
best web series at the American Black Film Festival for?
Yeah, basically, Black and Sexy TV is an independent network on YouTube that is a spin-off from the feature film A Good Day to Be Black and Sexy, which was a Sundance film in 2008. So we took that fan base and we wanted to keep it going. The director, Dennis Dorich, myself, and two of our other partners, we wanted to keep the fan base going for that movie. So we started our own network, and we have 5 web series, and they're all dealing with, just everyday Black people, intimacy, sensuality, good times, just real modern progressive content. And we're growing that network. We're growing it, from the ground up. We started with 7 subscribers, and now we have 50,000 subscribers, and the shows are doing really well. So Spike came and did a live show with us at Black and Sexy TV. Everybody loved it. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And then crowdfunding has been a real portion of how we keep our network alive, because it is absolutely independent produced content.
Well, that's the thing. Crowdfunding is really getting some projects attention that might not have gotten that attention had it not been for crowdfunding. So I think this new trend is fantastic.
Oh yeah, every time we do a crowdfunding campaign, more people learn about Black and Sexy TV, because the word just gets out. The word just gets out more because social media meets fundraising. It's really brilliant, actually.
I had a TV
The way it
network.
works.
Yeah, absolutely. I had a TV network, White and Sexy TV, but it didn't last very long. I think you guys took over.
It
for us.
didn't go well.
No, it wasn't as good. Do you have new episodes?
Nah, that was Sex in the City. Did great, really. You think about it.
That was kind of White and Sexy TV, yeah.
Sex in the City was definitely the white version, white girl version.
So that's kind of what Black and Sexy TV is, right? It's like a Sex in the City thing, except with beautiful Black women.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would say Black and Sexy TV. First of all, we say Black and Sexy TV. That comes from the 70s phrase, dark and lovely. That's a phrase
Yeah, that's right.
that we wanted to make modern. You know, so really, you know, and it's really about celebrating the beauty of our culture, which doesn't exclude anyone. Everybody's invited to celebrate that with us. So this isn't any kind of exclusive party. You know, we have all kinds of people that watch Black and Sexy TV, but we're not shy about saying who we are. You know, so, you know, Sex in the City, they didn't have to put white in front of it because you see it on the screen every day.
Mm-hmm. Do you have new episodes coming out anytime soon of that? I mean, I know you're working with...
We do. We have our fall programming starts in September, so all 5 of our series are coming back that have been on hiatus for the summer, and some new shows as well. And we're doing the movies feature. We're doing another feature film, which we're excited about, which is a spin-off from the series called The Couple.
You guys are doing it.
Yeah, we're doing it. Cross-platform.
Love it. Which series was it that won Best Web Series at the American Black Film Festival?
Really Lover Friends. But we had 2 series in the finals, so we were competing against ourselves.
Well, that's always good.
So.
All right. Well, Numa, what's important to you about getting back to the Kickstarter campaign? What's the most important thing to you about making this project work and making this project happen? You know, obviously.
Well, you know.
Go ahead.
Aside from the fact that I want, you know, aside from the fact that I want to see the film, I mean, that's you know, almost secondary to me. You know, it's really a much broader community effort as far as I'm concerned. I think that once the goal is met, that more people will see the light. More people will see the light as to what's possible, and they'll be able to go and look and kind of study this campaign for how they can apply those themes to whatever they're trying to do. And
yeah, I like that point, you know.
It's just a real, because that's the thing about Kickstarter too. Whenever you do a campaign, when your campaign is over, that page stays up forever. So anyone can go back later when they get ready to raise money, and they can look and they can study it, and they can see what happened, you know. And it's just another way.
The good and the bad.
It's the good and the bad. You can see, you know, this worked, this didn't work exactly. You know, you can watch that video. You can just really kind of break it down, and it can be a funnel for your own success. So I'm really very excited about that, especially like in the, you know, community of color, you know, my Black community, having trouble getting our projects launched. But it's not just in the Black community. Anybody trying to do something progressive, on the fringe, independent, you know, it's never an easy road, but I feel like this is something that we can figure out, and it can become, you know, it can become actually its own well-oiled machine, and we can really change this industry.
I think so too. I think it's been hugely beneficial. We're on Kickstarter ourselves, and I don't feel like, you know, having well-known you know, producers and directors on Kickstarter is taking any money away from us. In fact, I feel like it's almost helping us, because it's
people give money to who they want to give money to. Period.
Right.
You know, that's how it goes. There is not going to be any convincing someone. You know, there's no. It's an emotional response, because they're moved by what you're creating, or they're excited about what you're offering. That's it. So you just got to get competitive and get in there and let, you know, the cream rise to the top, really, you know. And you have to also, beyond that, you really identify your own network and figure out how to connect with them. And, you know, that's you know, the tweaks that we were making, you know, on Spike's campaign and every campaign that I've done. You're learning every day while you're on the clock.
Right.
Every day you learn something new. You have one less day to get there. So
I mean,
that's how it goes.
To me, saying that Spike's taking money away from lesser-known filmmakers is like saying that me being on Kickstarter, because we've been on the air for 3 years, is taking money away from people who've been on the air less than 3 years. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, people will complain about that, but, you know, I'll always go back to this as well. You're going to get on Kickstarter, and you haven't built an audience, You haven't called your friends in years. You
Right.
haven't created a body of work that people want to support. You can't really, you may have that feeling of resentment that people are ahead of you, but those people that are ahead of you put the work in. You know, Spike has been putting the work in for decades. So his following is of his creation and his teams that have worked with him. You know, so with your radio program, you've been doing this for years, you know, so people have to also realize that you can't just call people out of the blue and ask them for money. You have to build your network and you have to build your value.
There's a lot of you know, unfortunately there's a lot of haters out there and a lot of people that can be jealous sometimes and not want you to succeed because they're not being successful or willing to put in the work. But you know, honestly, you put in the work on something, no matter what it is, you're going to get people supporting you. You're going to get people behind you. And obviously that's what you guys have done. You guys have both put in the work, and that's why you have the support so far that you have on Kickstarter. As a matter of fact, it's funny that you said that you're at 824,000 right now, because an hour ago when I checked, you were at 812. So
Yeah.
you're getting support really, really fast, and I commend you both on that.
And here's the thing, which Numa has really hit me to, because I can call people haters, but there are people, you know, who still aren't true believers. So they're waiting until we hit the $1 million mark, and then that's when they say, "Uh-oh," they're going to see the light, and they don't want left out,
Mm-hmm. So
and they're going to jump on board.
I think
We
so
don't
too.
mind when you jump on board, as long as you jump on board.
You got
Say
10
that.
days. You got 10 days to do
You know, we're not going to ostracize anybody from coming in when they come in. It all adds up to get us to our goal.
it.
Yep.
Absolutely. And let me ask you, and we know this isn't going to happen, but say, for, you know, worst case scenario, say you got an hour left on your Kickstarter.
No, we don't do work.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
No.
Don't say it.
Okay.
No, do not even say it.
Do not
Nope.
say it.
All right.
Nope, and nope.
Not hearing it.
Because
Nope.
you know what
We
I'm going to
rebuke
ask.
thee. We rebuke
We
thee.
We're not hearing it.
All right. I'll shut up, guys.
You don't have to shut up. Just don't say what you're about to
Just don't
say.
say that. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah, you know what I'm asking. All right. Next question.
Moving on.
Moving
Yeah.
on. Spike, I'll ask you the same question that I asked Numa. For you, what's the most important thing about getting this project done and getting it funded? If you had to pick one thing.
I think this is a concrete example where, again, the community has come together and said, we're going to do this. Simple as that.
So
People said, despite what other people said, they said, nah, I'm supporting this.
it sounds like you're getting a lot of support.
Oh, it is. It's true.
Can you tell everybody about some of the specific perks that you have for the maybe people that don't have $5,000? Maybe some of the lesser perks. Can you talk about some of those?
Oh yeah, we have autographed posters, we have books, we have T-shirts. Oh, we have something for everybody's specific economic level. As I said before, you know, we're taking $5 gladly.
Yes, yeah,
So-
because Spike, I'm looking at your website and I'm looking at some of the perks here, and yes, you know, a lot of people are supporting. You got a couple of them are all sold out. Yeah.
How many
Yeah,
funders does he
you
have?
know,
So you have something like 4,955 funders, backers so far.
Backers, yeah, 4,095.
That means 4,095 people in this world said, "I'm going to back Spike Lee. I believe in what he's doing."
Yep.
I think that's great.
Well, you know, we're very humbled by what people have. Very humbled.
Absolutely. Well, you know, people are obviously behind what you do. One other question I wanted to ask you is about Last Hustle in Brooklyn. Was that something that you funded?
Why, you saw it?
I didn't see it, unfortunately, but I wanted to ask you.
No one's seen it.
Did you fund that on your own?
Yeah, I mean, it cost like $5,000 for this student film.
And that was something you kind of used Kickstarter. Again, you kind of used Kickstarter before it was Kickstarter and just got that funded on your own.
Yeah, the fundamentals of it, you know, just fundraising.
It's all the same.
All the same, you know, just dressed up with technology.
Hey, Spike, what's your favorite thing about the Knicks?
I mean, I love it. I mean, that's my team, so I grew up with them.
That's right, with Bernard King and them boys.
All those guys.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, what do you think about what's his name? Oh, right on the tip of my tongue.
Carmelo?
Not Carmelo.
Meta World Peace?
Meta World Peace. Yeah, he's a Knickerbocker now.
Yeah, well, he's coming home. He's a New Yorker.
There you go. There you go.
But I want to thank you guys for having me on, and I appreciate it, and helping us to spread the word. We're gonna get to the promised land. We're gonna make it and beyond.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, man. It's been an honor.
Thanks, Spike. I appreciate you coming on.
This is for you, Spike.
Thank you. Kickstarter.com, people. Let's go.
There you go.
Please.
Right.
Look up Spike Lee. Numa, you going to stay with us?
Yeah, I'll stay on with you guys for a bit.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye,
Okay,
Spike. Thanks.
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Filmmaker, director Spike Lee. He's got his Kickstarter campaign. We're still on with Numa Perrier, who is the key consultant on his Kickstarter campaign. She's also an actress and filmmaker in her own right. If you have any questions for her, make sure to give us a call at 323-247-7443, 323-247-7443. Numa, what do you have going on right now is besides Black and Sexy TV and this Kickstarter campaign? Do you have any projects that you're working on that you want to talk about with us?
Yeah, I mean, that's already a lot on the plate right there, to believe.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Those two things. I'm also working on the biofilm of playwright Lorraine Hansberry. I'm writing that currently with Tay Hansberry, who is her great niece. And we're writing the film. We're writing script right now. And we'll be shooting that next year. So that's a really big project. A lot of research. 1959, Greenwich Village, New York City. First black woman to ever have a play on Broadway, Lorraine Hansberry.
Did she write A Raisin in the Sun?
That's something I'm very excited about. She wrote A Raisin in the Sun, yes.
I thought so, yeah. Fantastic.
So we'll be telling her story.
You got a lot on your plate. You are one busy lady. Are you still are you still doing the I Glove Haiti thing? Are you still making gloves?
I am making gloves, not often. You know, I kind of had to start prioritizing some things. But the I Glove Haiti was a kind of finite project that was really about bringing immediate relief to the people that we could reach when we went to Haiti to go find our own family members and their friends. And so it was more of a kind of concentrated to that time period.
Okay.
But Haiti still needs a lot of help. that's a whole other issue.
That's we'll save that for when you come in and join us in person.
Yeah, there's a big issue.
Is there a place on the web where people can find information on I Glove Haiti that you want to give out?
Yes, on Facebook. There's on Facebook there's a page, facebook.com/IGloveHaiti. And there's information, there's daily posts on there about the situation, the current situation in Haiti. And, you can become more politically aware about what's happening because these are things that are not really being reported in mainstream media so much. So that aspect is, the education aspect is still going on Facebook.
Yeah, I can imagine it's a huge issue, and mainstream media does not report on a lot of things that go on in other parts of the world. So
exactly. So that leaves us, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're the ones that have to carry the torch on those kind of things.
Yeah.
Well, very cool. Thank you so much for joining us, Numa. And please thank Spike again for us. Like I told,
I will. I'm glad he was able, to, carve out the time for it. And as you can tell, he's very passionate about what he does and doesn't like to waste any time.
Right.
And
right.
Knows what he wants, and has really contributed so greatly to our world. So it's an honor for me to be able to work so closely with him and help him achieve something that he's never achieved before. So that's an honor for me and also a big responsibility. So I've kind of pushed a lot of other things to the side to really, really focus on this, just, getting us past the goal and, just being on the ground, working on it every day.
I think it's important, I mean, like I even told him, I was asking the same questions as everybody else when I first heard about this, is why as an established filmmaker needs Kickstarter. But, honestly, Kickstarter really should be open for everybody. It should be open for anybody that wants to use it. There's no reason to exclude established people because they're established.
What I would add to that is that there have been other high-profile individuals, celebrities, if you will, that have come on Kickstarter and failed. So it's not just, if you come on to Kickstarter, you're going to win no matter what. You're not going to win unless you connect with your network and your audience, period. It doesn't matter, so you definitely still have to have a brain and still have some strategy, some thought process, and some care about what you're doing, and there are high-profile actors and other celebrity types that did not do well on Kickstarter, and there are people that nobody barely knows that do extremely well on Kickstarter.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, it's really actually pretty level playing field.
And that's where it should be. A person's certain status shouldn't mean that they gonna be successful in something like that. And I'm glad it is a neutral ground for anybody, like you said, somebody who just started out, because that could be discouraging, and for somebody who's not really known to get on Kickstarter and do very well is a big confidence boost.
Well, are you there? The advice that I give, can you hear me?
Yes.
The advice that I give to any campaign, and I've done 5 now, Spike's campaign makes 6. The advice I give to any campaign, whether you're doing $1,000 or over $1 million, is really assess your network, connect to your network, and be passionate about what you're doing and figure out where the value lies in what you're doing and figure out how to communicate that. And, that's my advice for any project, whether, you can get on there and raise $500.
And it's like you said, just because
it's for everybody. It's for everybody.
Yeah, and like you said, just because you have a following doesn't mean it's going to be easy for you. It doesn't mean you're automatically going to be successful.
That's right. If you're not connected to them, if they're not emotionally moved by what you're doing, you're not going to get anywhere. you're going to get laughed right off.
Spike has a huge fan base, and he's still working to get his Kickstarter finished
Yeah,
up,
he has,
you know?
exactly, because he has to work to connect with his fans. It's not enough to just have fans. You have to connect to them.
Absolutely.
So that's something that he, you know, really heard when I expressed that to him. He really heard that. He really understood that, and he really wants to be connected to his fans. So, you know, that's been one of the main things that we've worked on.
And it's you know, when a Kickstarter project's going on, it's a stressful time. I hope he's getting some sleep in the next 10 days. You know?
Nobody's getting any sleep.
I guess
but
not.
we're gonna party when this is over. We're gonna party hard.
Oh, it'll be well
We're
deserved.
gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate big. So I just, you know, we're working on getting that celebration sooner than later. So yeah,
Good,
it's definitely the main thing on everyone's mind. You know.
Yeah, I can imagine. And your other Kickstarter campaigns, your other 5 that you worked on, were they all successful?
They were all successful. I did one campaign on Indiegogo. It was a flexible campaign, so we were able to keep whatever money we raised. We didn't raise our full goal. However, we did that campaign right on the heels of a very successful Kickstarter campaign, so we didn't really push the campaign very hard. We kind of laid back on the ropes and said, okay, whatever money we get is fine. We're not going to push hard, you know. But every other campaign, we exceeded our goal. And for that campaign, we were satisfied because we weren't trying to go back to the well that fast.
And that's, you know, for those that don't know, that's why Kickstarter is considered maybe just a little bit more difficult than Indiegogo, because with Indiegogo you have the option of keeping the money if you fall short of your goal. With Kickstarter you don't.
Yeah.
If you fall short of your goal, you're not getting any of the money.
That's right. You have to receive all of your pledges by the cutoff time, or you don't receive any of the pledges. You don't get payment for any of the pledges. So Indiegogo is definitely, you know, a little more laid back. They take a higher percentage because of it.
Right. I think they're up there in the 9% range or something like that. It's a lot. It's a lot. Well, very cool.
They're definitely getting something out of it.
Well, I'm very glad that you were able to join us today, Numa, and thank you so much for coming on. Will you come in the studio and visit us when you get back here into LA and after this whole thing is over?
I'd love to.
Very cool.
I'd love to.
Yeah, you better. Yeah. Yes, we would love to have you and Spike Lee, either or.
That would be great. Well, you know, yeah, that would be great. We'd love to.
People can find you. Can I give out your Twitter?
Yeah,
People
it's at Miss Numa.
At Miss Numa.
MISS. Yeah, MISSNUMA is my Twitter.
Follow her on Twitter. Check out Spike Lee's Kickstarter. Just go to Kickstarter.com and do a search for Spike Lee.
Yeah, and you can follow Spike at Spike Lee.
On Twitter as well. Like Spike Lee's Facebook page and keep track with everything he's doing. He's got a lot of great stuff going on right now. And best of luck to you with Black and Sexy TV. You want to give out that information as well?
Yes, Black and Sexy TV. You just go to youtube.com/Black and Sexy TV.
Black and Sexy TV on YouTube. Well, congratulations on your win for Best Web Series for at the American Black Film Festival, and best luck with everything that you're doing in New York.
Great.
Bye, Numa. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.
Numa Perrier, key consultant on Spike Lee's Kickstarter, actress and filmmaker. Such a pleasure to talk with both of them today.
Oh, yes. I could definitely cross that off my bucket list. I had an opportunity to speak with the one and only Spike Lee.
So cool.
So cool.
I got to tell the guy that I liked his movie Girl 6. That's very cool.
I don't know
Yeah.
exactly. And then he even said one of the famous lines from "She's Gotta Have It." Please, baby, baby, baby. Please, baby, baby. Oh my goodness! If my cousin Randy was alive right now he's up in heaven. I know he's like, yeah, yeah. I know he is. So
Very cool.
it's a dream come true, man. I'm over here like smiling from ear to ear.
Can we turn Sophie's mic on? Sophie, our
Let's do this.
amazing intern.
Let's do this.
Hey, Sophie.
Hi.
We got to talk to Spike Lee. That's pretty cool.
Yes,
Huh?
I know. I made him laugh.
You did.
Yeah, I made Spike Lee laugh.
You said Spike TV.
Yeah, and he liked that. No,
Or
Spike
Starter.
Spike Starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He liked that. But
Very
yeah,
cool.
I like his outspokenness.
Yeah.
And he's a very intense man.
He's an opinionated guy, and he's not.
I
afraid
love
to
it. It's
say
like me, man.
Well, that's a New Yorker for you. That's that New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how they are. You know.
I talk the same way.
You know.
Very
I
cool.
love it, man. That's
Great.
something about the East Coast, man. You know, we say what we mean what we say, and we say what we mean.
Yeah.
You know, it's cut and dry.
You know, I'm not one that's real big on changing their opinion. You know, at the beginning of this week, I was saying, what is Spike Lee doing on Kickstarter? He's a well-known filmmaker. He doesn't need the money. You know, and I started listening to these interviews he's given and hearing his answers and doing
Yeah.
my research.
Yeah.
There you
and
go.
over the period of this week, honestly, my opinion changed.
There you go.
You know, I don't think this shows anything. I don't think I'm anything as a host if I'm not honest with my audience, if I don't have integrity. And honestly, he kind of changed my opinion.
There you go. There you go. And having people of that stature can bring people that are willing to donate to that, because now they see that, okay, if well-known people like Spike Lee are on here, so it must be something to it. It must be a legitimate site for filmmakers, directors, producers, as he was saying, videographers and all that, to get started and do projects.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is, too, is people that contribute to Spike Lee are contributing to him because they like his movies and they know it's Spike Lee. They're not the same people that are going to contribute to John Smith, filmmaker.
There
So
you
it's
go.
not really taking money away from the filmmakers, other filmmakers.
No, not at all.
Besides, he actually raised $100 while talking to us. Yeah.
See, there you go.
I'm surprised it wasn't more. Yeah.
That's all
I
right.
know, but I mean, it's it's going. It's just maybe not as fast as.
But
people
that's
would
all right.
expect.
That's
Yeah.
all right. That's
Yeah.
all right, though. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter what amount you donate, as long as you donate.
Yeah.
I think, and you contribute,
Yeah.
because even the smallest amount helps.
He has
Exactly.
he has donations for $5 on
Yeah.
there, and you still get an autographed postcard
Exactly.
for something like that. So
And it will go into something that's most likely very important in the movie in the end. Those $5, sometimes it's just those $5 that you need for something specific.
yeah,
When you're missing them, you're like, oh, it's just $5. Yeah.
Yeah. For example, for $10, you can get a badge of various Brooklyn
Yeah.
loves Michael Jackson, or MJ, Michael Jordan rather. You
that's
know?
cool. That's
You
cool.
know?
There's
For $15, you can get a Construction of School Days book
Yeah.
that's
autographed by him.
Cool. There's one, I don't know what the amount is, but
Yeah.
you can be an associate producer on the film and have your name in the opening credits.
I think that's
Yeah,
like 5,000 or more.
Maybe it's like $5,000,
Wait a
but
second. I can
I mean, there's people that contribute a
So
lot
see.
more to films
Yeah.
to get
5,000 or more.
yeah.
5,000 or more. You will be my assistant producer on our film.
Exactly. Yep.
Your name will appear in the end credits with an associate producer credit.
For 10 G's,
That's
you'll
fantastic.
be the ultimate filmmaker fan award
Yeah.
for
You-
10 G's.
You get the whole day on set
Or more.
with Spike Lee. You get to hang
yeah,
out with him
you
as he
get
makes the
to
film.
have dinner with him. Everything.
Oh, wow.
It depends on how much you give. Yeah, but for over 10 grand, you can get a lot.
Exactly.
You can
exactly.
get to
Yeah.
sit with him and his wife and watch the premiere and and have dinner and stuff
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's fantastic.
and more. Way more.
You know, these interviews that I've been watching with him, where some of the other people interviewing him have just been spewing negativity and giving him a hard time about it and all that. I don't think that it's our place in the media to spew negativity. Honestly, if we don't like something that someone's doing, we don't invite them on this show.
No, that's not what LA Talk Live is about. We want to promote positivity and make sure that people don't get just discouraged, but feel good about being on LA Talk Live or on any show. That's why I believe so many people, professional of all race, all from all over, come back.
Yeah.
Because when they do come here from the first time, their experience is so good that they dying to come back. They can't wait to come back.
People have fun here. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
LA Talk Live.
Exactly. And Spike, you know, you could use LA Talk Live for, your next movie if you need a radio station.
Come on by and
just
visit
put
us.
it out there, I'm not saying you have to, but just putting it out there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Great location right by LAX. So, as soon as you jump off the plane, come check us out.
I think we've had over 600 guests on this show, and I think there's only been 2 that I can think of where I've maybe gotten a little negative with them, and that's only because they had a bad attitude coming in.
There you go.
You know, I think that's the only reason to have negativity.
There you go. And I could see Frank in there taking pictures through the window.
Yep. Intern Frank Ramirez.
Yes.
Taking some pictures.
Taking pictures,
Intern Sophie, thank you so much for tweeting about the show
and Facebooking.
You're Facebooking, going crazy. Good stuff.
Always good stuff,
Yes.
Nice to have you on the show, Van Eric.
Well, thank you
Look
for
at
being there.
You're on camera and
I'm
everything.
on camera and everything.
Love it.
I'm loving it. Thank you for allowing me to be part of La La Land Talk, man.
Of course.
Did I pronounce your last name correctly, man?
What?
I think I might have messed it up a little
Chapin.
bit. Chapin.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know everybody says Chapin.
Yeah, I say Chapman. I say Chapman.
It's Chapin.
Okay.
And Dorothy Dillingham Blue, boy, did you miss some fun today. But
Yep.
but we'll see you next week.
Exactly.
And enjoy your vacation. It's well deserved. She's been working nonstop with youth theater and working with kids. She deserves a break.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Very cool. You know, I actually invited our former co-host Daisy Egan to come in and fill in for Dorothy. She wasn't able to do it because she's in Tech Week.
Okay.
For a show that she's working on. But find out information about her at daisyegan.com. She's got a lot of
And
stuff
that's the
going on.
only reason, see?
Mhm.
So, everybody who comes to LA Talk Live and seems to come on your show likes coming back.
Yeah. She's. I think if she wasn't in Tech Week for her show, she'd have been here.
There you go.
We'll get her in here one of these days.
There you go. Exactly.
Cool. That's it, guys. Spike Lee, episode 122.
Oops.
Oh, hang on.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. We can play it under this. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, episode 122. It was Spike Lee, filmmaker, director, and kickstarts her campaign person.
There you go.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Campaigner.
There
we
you go.
As well as Numa Perrier, who is the key contributor to that campaign, as well as an actress and filmmaker, and a very talented one at that. She has a TV network called Black and Sexy TV. Check that out. And check her out on Facebook at facebook.com/iglovehaiti, GLOVE.
Okay.
For information on us, you can go to Facebook at facebook.com/lalalandtalk. You can go to Twitter at twitter.com/lalalandtalk. You can send us an email at lalalandtalk@gmail.com. Next week on the show, we're going to be having Brian Robert Harris of the Skyway Playhouse, along with cast members of Noises Off, which is a fantastic show that's going to be opening up real soon here, I believe in just about 3 or 4 weeks. And we are going to be having some fun as well on the show next week because we have a psychic, Amira Colin, coming in.
Ooh.
You want her to give you a reading maybe?
I don't know.
Yes.
I have to think about that.
Every day.
You want a reading?
I love that. Yeah, I love that. It's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that would be cool.
Okay.
I would totally be up for that.
If you're here, we'll because I don't want her to give me a reading. I'm scared.
Okay, I'm
but-
fine. I'm fine with it. I'm not afraid of those things. Like, I'm fine.
You want to do it?
Yeah, I'm a daredevil.
All right, let's
I will
do
do
it.
it. If
Well-
I'm here, I will do it.
No, you have to. If you want to do it, you have to say you'll be here.
Okay, what day is it?
It's
Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, psychic Amira Kolan will be giving Sophie a reading. Good stuff. For all of us here at LA Talk Live, were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay. For all of us here at LA Talk Live, I'm Brett Chapin. This is La La Land Talk on LA Talk Live, and we'll see you at the top.
Oh, yeah. I will. Dude, I will.
Singing Italian songs.